Foundation inspection. Want to remove the vegetation from around the foundation. See, it's growing up near to the brickwork. It's not good because what it actually allows is insects and vermin to get onto the building easily. Now here I can't see the foundation. I'm not going to move the vegetation because I can't really disturb it. But again, that should come off the walls. You don't want it there. Okay, we're standing at the rear elevation of the property. It's the rear left elevation, and it's the garage floor, and you can see here there's a crack in the foundation and another crack running up. There's been cracks here before. You can see here where it's been repaired, and it's again settling. This is not uncommon for brickwork to crack in Texas. It's due to our expansive soils. The soils are constantly moving, and of course they move the foundation as well, so it's purely cosmetic in my opinion there at the moment. Okay, well, from the exterior the building foundation looks in good order. It's doing its job. We're now just going to do some quick measurements inside to establish that it's level. I think by and large it is, but we'll just do a quick couple of measurements just to prove. We're inspecting the grading around the building. Now this building is of an age where the grading was not actually up to, well, it's not up to modern standards, so we don't get a slope away from the ground, from the building, as we would do today with a house was built. However, having said that, pretty well all houses of about this age have the same sort of grading. And I've been around the property, and although the grading is, essentially flat, there's no slope to it, it appears to be draining very well. There's no apparent pooling of water around the foundation, and for that reason I would say that everything's fine with the grading. It's not as if you can actually regrade a house. You have to pull it down and rebuild again, so not a practical thing to do. So grading not up to modern standards, but it's the type of thing I'd expect of a building of this age. This is the roof inspection. General condition of the shingles are good. We have seals around this boot of the vent here, which indicates it has been leaking, but it looks like it's sealed at the moment, but that is a suspect point. This flashing is lifting here and needs to be nailed down. Here we are at the chimney. Got chimney cap, spark arrestor, flashing. Flashing looks in good order. The chimney stack itself looks in good order. Okay, so on the day of the inspection, the roof is average condition for its age. No apparent damage from trees or anything around there. A couple of points, a couple of flashings on the vents need to be sealed. Other than that, all. Okay, we're in the attic. Looking at is the general structure. It's had some reinforcement in recent times. You can see here, this is a new strut that's been put in, and reinforcements here to the beam that's holding the air conditioning unit in place. And by and large, that's a good improvement. These struts have been put in because of the air conditioning unit's been put in, and they put in some struts. Generally, the ducting is in poor condition. There's leaking going on in various places, holes in it. The air conditioning unit itself is evidence of water penetration in the tray, but that could have been recent times. I'm not able to tell the age of this unit just by looking at it, and I can't take it apart. I think it's a heat pump, but it's not saying so. It might tell me on the unit outside. By and large, the attic is built to an earlier standard, and the roof has not got any purlins installed. I'd recommend the installation of purlins just to strengthen the attic in the future, and some support struts which will give the roof a far rigid feel. When you walk on it, you can feel the roof itself, it does move a little bit, it flexes a bit. So I'd recommend purlins and some additional struts to reinforce the roofing structure and bring it up to modern standards, which really it should be, because of weather conditions can be pretty harsh and high winds could damage the roof. This wall inspection, what we're looking for is general condition of the walls. When a foundation such as these foundations, our post tension cable foundations, move, you get cracks in the walls. You don't actually see it in the foundation. Any cracks in this particular building is going to show up very well because it's painted. And we're now on the front right elevation, and no cracks. Now earlier on I pointed out cracks around the building at different points. I'll just go and relook at those points. A little bit of a settlement crack here, nothing to be worried about, just cosmetic. Again here, it's a settlement crack. Yeah, the settlement crack on the corner, it's quite common to get that. Chimney stack. It's looking okay. And at the rear elevation, at the garage, this is where we came earlier. There's been settlement in this building in the past, but I don't think any great movement now. It all looks pretty good. Again, we've got the old settlement crack here, there's an old one here, came right through the bricks. Quite a lot. I checked with the homeowners at the moment. I'd asked them whether or not they've had piers put in. There's no way I can tell that just by looking. But if they have, they'll have records of that. Well, we're back at the front elevation now. This is the window inspection. Overall, all the windows around the house are in good condition and they're caulked. I'm not going to video every window, it'll become boring. But here's the front windows, and a good example of what we see around the house. It's caulked well, sealed. This window here has a steel lintel, and as such it should have weep holes over it. Weep holes have been installed in windows for the last 20 odd years. This window's been here for many years and it's not actually had any effect for not having the weep holes, so I wouldn't worry about it. I'm just pointing it out because they should be there and they're not. What they're there for is allow the water to dry. If it settles, condenses onto the steel, it allows the water to dry out. Now, sometimes the lintel is of a design that all the bricks cover it, and so there's no chance of it actually getting water on it, and so it doesn't rust. So this house has been around a long while and the lintels haven't actually moved, so I wouldn't do anything. I'd leave it as it is. This is the door inspection. We want to see that they lock. Okay. Yep, that's locking. And this is a double door. Let's see if we can open it. Okay, so it looks as if it should open, but it's not. Well, I'm not going to force it. Doors, good threshold, weather seal. Let's see if this door opens. And it does. It's in very good condition. Weather seal in place on the front door. This is the main board. We have a main connector here of 70 amps going into the building. Let's take it off. Looking inside the board, we have bonding to the ground and neutral, which is right. This is the main panel to the breaker box. You can see that we've got missing fasteners. In fact, there are 4 missing, 6 in total, only 2 in place. What's more, the holes in here where the screws go in have been stripped, so you can't actually put a screw in. I recommend that cover is replaced. You should have at least 6 in there. It shouldn't be open like that.